OFPG Voices is brought to you by the following sponsors. Board&Dice designs and publishes family and strategy board games. Two of their most recent releases are Tillatum and Terracotta Army. They have recently launched their ally program to lend support to underrepresented voices in the hobby. Flatout Games is the award-winning board game design and publishing collaborative that brought you Point Salad, Calico, Verdant, and the 2022 Spiel des Jahres winner, Cascadia. Flatout Games will be launching their latest title, Fit to Print, on Kickstarter in late 2022. Visit fit2printgame.com to find out more. Floodgate Games, creating everlasting experiences through gaming. Floodgate is best known for Sagrada and its family of expansions, as well as other great games like Fog of Love, Decorum, and most recently Kites. To learn more, visit floodgate.games. Hi everybody, I'm Starla.
I'm Mick.
And we are
Portuguese Games. Voices, yeah.
And welcome back.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
Season's greetings.
Yes.
And we have made it to episode 24.
The whole year.
The entire year.
Whole year we've been doing this.
Yes.
And I love it.
Me too.
Bringing out all these new voices, or just voices that you haven't heard before. And we just love it.
Well, we started this out in January of 2022. We had about 4 or 5 people on board.
Just a few.
And we were able to end this year with 15 voices that are contributing to the show.
Love that.
And I want to keep growing.
I want to keep growing.
I want to keep growing.
I want to keep growing this. Yes.
And we appreciate you, the audience, who watch our Voices programs every month.
And the sponsors. All the sponsors that we've had.
Who allowed us to have this program, because without their sponsorship, we couldn't grow the show.
And we got more sponsors coming.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
So this week, we've got some great voices for you.
Yes.
We've got Aaron.
Yes.
From GameEnthus.
Yes.
He's going to show you how to play a game called Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman.
It's from another one that have a lot of words to it. It's another one. This is a Christmas edition.
Christmas edition.
Yes.
So this is a big game for 3 to 8 people.
Yes.
Aaron's going to tell us all about it.
Yes. Now, he's a long timer. Yes.
And after that, we've got Fernanda from Brazil, y'all.
Yes.
She is from Brazil. She is an avid gamer and a content creator. And she has a monthly meetup group with women who get together to play board games.
From Brazil. Yes, we're around the globe, family. Around the globe.
And she also allows kids to come to the game group and they learn new games. And so she's going to talk to us about a few of games that she loves to play and that her group loves.
Yes.
And I met Fernanda a while back when she interviewed me back in 2021 for her YouTube channel.
That's right.
So check it out and find out what Fernanda has to say.
Yes.
And after Fernanda, we're going to have Fertessa with her Designer's Corner, and she's going to talk about 5 ways to incorporate theme into your game.
Yes.
And last but not least, we got Amanda Panda. With Panda Talks.
Yeah, Panda. Amanda Panda. Yes.
And she's going to share 5 games with a winter board or theme or some type of holiday theme. And she's going to cover quite a few games. I'm not going to list them out for you.
We're going to check it out.
You got to check it out.
Yes. We're going to check it out.
So
let's do that.
buckle up, get some coffee, stay tuned, grab a friend, and check out the last episode of the year for OFPG Voices.
But first, come on, family. We got to hear the last of the season. And let's hear what Starla got to say in her wonderful segment, Good Humans. So let's hear it.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another segment of Good Humans. Now, this is our last show of the year, the 24th episode of the year. So excited about it and happy to talk about the season. So I'm going to focus on season's greetings. So how do you greet someone during the holiday season? Happy Holidays is accepted as the broadest and most inclusive greeting at this time of year. Now, if you know someone who celebrates Christmas, and you can go with Merry Christmas, but if you're interacting with strangers or making new friends, Happy Holidays is always a safe bet. Now, in 2016, Andrew McGill wrote in The Atlantic that Christians have exchanged the greeting Happy Holidays among themselves for decades, most with the understanding that holidays meant the season of Advent. This phrase is similar to the phrase season's greetings, which also has expanded usage and has become the most universal greetings used to include people of various religions and even gives a nod to the new year. So whether you choose to say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or season's greetings, sincerely wishing someone well during this time of year is always a good idea. So let's just strive to be kind to one another, especially during this time of year and throughout the entire year. A phrase as simple as Happy Holidays just might make someone's day. So as we always say here at OFPG Voices, our goal is to make this world a better place, one board gamer at a time. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and season's greetings to you all.
Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and once again, I'm wearing a fish hat on my head. Why? Well, it feels kind of comfortable. That aside, I'm here to teach you how to play a game called Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman. Let me say it again. Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman. Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman is a dexterity game playable from 3 to 8 players, designed by Dave Campbell and published by Dolphin Hat Games. In Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman, players are going to be trying to get rid of their cards and then slap another card in order to become victorious. Let me show you how I played. Okay, so this is Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman, which is essentially a Christmas version of Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. The game is relatively simple. Players are going to be saying Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman and taking a card from their respective piles and just putting it out front. I said this player over here is the one that dealt. That means this player here will be going first, and they would take a card out, and because they're starting, they're just going to say Santa. No matter what comes out, they're going to say Santa. So Santa. Cookie. As soon as Cookie comes out, all 3 players are going to simultaneously try to put their hands on top of the central pile. Whoever puts their hand last has to take all the cards, and play will continue. So that was Cookie. So this player would say Elf. Reindeer. Reindeer is one of 3 special cards, which requires a special action. The action is this. As soon as that action is taken, everybody's going to simultaneously try to slap their hands onto the top of this card. So let's say this player didn't do it first. Let's just start off from here. Snowman. Santa. Drums. As soon as a drum card comes out, everyone will simultaneously do Rumpa-Pum-Pum and try to slap their hand onto the top of the pile, and then whoever does it last would take the cards. So in addition to reindeer and drum, there's also Silent Night. If the Silent Night card comes out, it functions similarly to the 2 of these. Silent Night comes out, everybody goes like this, and then tries to slap the card as fast as possible. And that is Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman. Very simple, quick dexterity game. The game ends when a player gets rid of all of their cards. Even when all your cards are gone, you're still going to go through the Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman. Despite the fact that you're not putting any new cards out, you're still going to try to slap your hand onto things as well. Once a player that has no cards at all successfully says the word that they would say on their turn, whether they have cards or not, let's say they Santa, they would win the game. Or if they also slap one of the special cards first, they also would win. Other players can still continue to play. It's up to you. But it is a dexterity game, so, be careful with the slaps. Don't go too far. Not my grandma and auntie mad. And we don't want that. As this is a holiday season, I thought it might be appropriate to bear multiple gifts. So I'm also going to be teaching Town 66. Town 66 is from Oink Games. It's designed by Christopher Gansler and Anja Red. So in Town 66, you're going to have 36 unique tiles, unique by shape and color. The game also comes with these nice little stands to put 4 different tiles in. And the object of the game is to either have the fewest number of tiles in your stand or be the player that played the game the longest. It's interesting. Your opponents can't see the shapes that you have in your stand. You can see that 2 of these are like a triangle and the others have a rounded top. All your opponents can see are the colors of your tiles. That's the only information that they have, is just the colors. They can't actually see what the shapes are. They're not supposed to. So turns are fairly simple. Collectively, you and the other players, 1 to 4, there's also a solo mode, are building a 6x6 grid of tile. Let's say this player starts. So they would take this tile here and place it down. Now, there's placement rules. The same color or shape cannot be in the same row or column. After a player places a tile, they will draw another tile from the bag. Once a new tile has been drawn, a player can add that tile to their stand and continue playing, or they can get rid of a tile they already had and have 1 fewer tile for the rest of the game, get rid of the tile they just drew, and also have 1 fewer tile. Once you discard down, you lose that tile for the rest of the game. One of the win conditions is to have the fewest number of tiles in your stand and get to a point where no one else can play anything, or be the player that plays the game the longest. It's an interesting push or pull. The player's going to keep that tile and continue to have 4. Taking a look at what this player has, they certainly cannot play this one because it's the same color as something that's already out there. The other 3 they have are all unique shapes. Also, tiles have to be placed orthogonally adjacent to one another. You can't place any tiles diagonally. That would make it easy to avoid the placement rules, now wouldn't it? So they're going to take this tile and put it here and knock everything off. The player who ultimately has the fewest number of tiles in their stand is the winner in tile 66. However, if there's ever a tie for the fewest number of tiles in one stand, the player who played the longest, who continued on the furthest, would ultimately be the winner. So that is Santa Cookie, Elf Candy, Snowman, and Tile 66. 2 games that are pretty fast, very different, but games you can feel comfortable pulling out and playing around holiday time with family and friends. Anyway, I'm Aaron from GameEnthus.com. Thank you for watching. Have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, everybody.
Hi everyone, how you doing? I'm Fernanda from Brazil and from JogaMana as well. I'm super excited to be here to talk about games. But before I start, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about JogaMana, which is a group of women that reunite every month at the beginning of the month to play together and to just have fun. It's super cool. It's something that we've been doing for 4 years now, next year is gonna be 4 years, and it's only for girls and kids can come as well. And it's something that we love doing because it's a safe place for playing and having fun and just meeting different people, right? Because sometimes girls just arrive on their own and they are super excited just to have this moment of playing with other girls, and well, that's something that I love. And also to tell you a little bit about the name, Joga is play in Portuguese and Mana is a slang for girls, so that it is. Okay, so let's go to the good part that I know that's what you're waiting for. I decided to talk about 2 different kind of groups that usually are at JogaMana and their favorite games. So I'm gonna start with the kids. We always have kids at JogaMana, and it's something that is super exciting because they are just little kids playing and having so much fun. And it's super cool because sometimes some of them, they even teach how to play the game to other kids. It's insane. It's super cool. And one game that has to be on the table every time there is a kid at JogaMana is Potion Explosion. This game is super famous over here. It's something that the kids, they absolutely love, and they get so excited to make and to create different explosions with the balls and having so much fun. And even adults like to play this game as well. I really like it. It's not that easy. I mean, you have to think a little bit about what is the best combination that you can make? What is the best explosion that you can make with the little balls? So it's something that is super exciting, and if you have a kid, it's probably one that the kid will like it. And also at JogaMana, it's something that we definitely have to be. It's a must-have, period. That's it. And the second group that I'm gonna talk about is the beginners. There is always somebody that is going to the JogaMana for the first time, but also going together with somebody, but not really, but that person is not really into board games, and they're just there because the girlfriend or the friend or whatever is there. So they go. They like to be there, but they are not really board gamers. And when I ask them what they like to play, they usually say that they don't like to play, and usually it's because they're used to the traditional games like Monopoly, for example, right? Here in Brazil, they're really, really famous, and most of us start with this kind of games, right? So when I ask this, and the girls, they say that they're used to play Monopoly and they don't really like playing games, then I decided to go to a different direction, which is usually introducing them cooperative games. So they're kind of games that we play together. There is no winner versus losers, right? It's something that either we all win together or we just lose together. So usually when we do this, when we decided to introduce this kind of game for beginners, it's something that will work. And the game that we usually choose here is one of my favorite games, which is Mysterium. In Mysterium, you have to discover who is the killer, right? So it's super fun with this subject. I love it. But the way you do it is by communicating with the ghost. And the way the ghost talks to you is basically sending you some images. So it's all about trying to communicate with the other side and having so much fun during the process. So that's it. I think I said it all that I wanted. And I hope you like it. And Mickey and Starla, thank you so much for the invitation. I'm honored and super excited to be here, and I hope you like the games I said. Let's see, do you like it? I would love to hear more about it. Thank you guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I see you around. Bye.
Hello, my name is Fertessa Allyse, and today I want to talk about incorporating theme into your board game. There are many wonderful abstract games out there, but I think that there's a wide world of theme just waiting to be accessed. And if you are interested in incorporating that into your board games, then please listen further. I'm going to give you 5 ways you can incorporate theme into your board game, as well as 5 examples of games that I think don't do that well. So, number 1, adding theme to your art. Art can be the easiest or most accessible way for you to incorporate theme into your game. But it's not just about creating these beautiful layered illustrations. It's also how you use the art. And a game that I think does that great is Abandon All Artichokes. Abandon All Artichokes starts with the packaging. I do not have any other packaging on my shelf that looks quite like this. The packaging itself is also highlighting the shape of the artichoke, which the game is about. And then, whenever you're looking at the card art, it's very simple. A 1-color background, the ability at the bottom, and then the vegetable on the front. And by making it so simple, it draws my eyes to the vegetable itself. And because I'm focused on this vegetable, I'm also noticing the cute little expressions on there, which brings home this theme of there are certain vegetables that you want and some that you don't. And hey, guess who you don't? This guy, this suspicious guy. Look at that. Why do I want him? When I got this cool broccoli, too cool for school, right here in my hand. So just by using art, doesn't matter if it's simple or complex illustrations, using your art effectively can help enhance the theme of your game. Number 2, gameplay. I unfortunately, sad face, do not have any physical copy of this game. I hope to get my hands on it soon, but The Wolves is great for thematic gameplay. It's by Panda Games and 2 wonderful designers. But The Wolves has you playing as this wolf pack, and you are trying to go across the board and, expand your pack and claim your different territories. And it has you howling. Literally, I go, "Ow!" every time I play this game or mention this game. It has a little calendar that's your time tracker. It has you marking your scent, and just everything about it feels thematic. And the great thing about thematic gameplay is that it makes it easier for a person to learn the game, what they're doing, as well as remember the game when they're talking about it, hopefully, to tell other people to play it. So that is how you can incorporate it and why you should incorporate it into your gameplay. Now, number 3, terminology. And my example for this is Flamecraft. Flamecraft, you're in this cute little village where there are dragons running these cute little shops. And the terminology that they use inside of this, it's not just like the terminology of the actions, like I did with the wolves where you're howling and things like that. But in Flamecraft, they take it a step further because every component has so much thought put into how it was named. Like, the puns abound, and I love it. If you look at 2 of the shops I have here, one is called Draco Bell, Taco Bell, Draco Bell. Come on, it's this little food shop. And then you have another bakery over here, and it's called Critical Rolls. Come on, are you with me? Do I have to say it? Come on. All right. And then you have your dragons, okay? And they have different dragon types. Sorry, I got a little bit blurry there. Your different dragon types. This one, the bread dragon, and his name is Loaf. Cute. You got your little leaf dragon, Lotus. What is he holding? Little flower there, lotus flower. We got our food dragon. His name is Potatoes, but I like to call him Steak and Potatoes. Come on, are you with me? And then our potion, who has a venti latte. Look at that. Oh man. Okay, the puns. I love it. And again, those little touches, the subtle way that it accents, and again, they also use art. They use art to accent the names going on here. But all together, like, there's so much care put into the terminology because it takes a lot to come up with hundreds of puns. Like, all the cards are unique. It's not 10 cards and they just have duplicates. All of the cards are unique. And so it really drives home this cozy feeling of having this town full of dragons running these little shops. So that is a wonderful way that you can incorporate theme into your game and really kind of bump up the immersion factor. Number 4, game components. So I'd like to use Kohaku for this particular example. In Kohaku, you are building your own koi pond. And the way that you're doing this is what's really spectacular because you are using these different acrylic tiles to create your koi pond. And see, they have these nice little layers where you have the image, and it can be like part of the image is kind of towards the front and part of it is further down. And that layered effect just really gives this sensation of building a koi pond and simulating what water looks like, instead of, say, using chipboard or, some other thick cardboard to print the image on top of. And so just by doing that, they managed to create a super thematic and zen game because they managed to find a way to imitate water with these acrylic tiles. So it's not just about, trading out the meeple for a dragon meeple, or, trading out the cubes for steak stake tokens. It can also be, finding unique ways to recreate different thematic elements from your game. All right. And last but not least, number 5, using your game name. And for this, I want to use my good friend Decorum. So your game name, other than your art, is going to be the first way most people will be introduced to your game. So it's very good if you're able to convey just what's going on in your game through the name alone. For Decorum, this name both tells you mechanically and thematically what's happening in the game. In the game, you are playing roommates with someone. It's cooperative. And mechanically, you both have a set of goals that you're trying to decorate the house with. And the trick is that you cannot communicate what your goals are. So both of you have to be satisfied by the end of the time limit. But you cannot effectively communicate what you're trying to do. Hence the passive-aggressive cohabitation. And the whole thing is you are decorating the place that you are living in. So the decorating part, the decor, and then the social decorum part, which, decorum of trying to get somebody to do what you want them to do without stepping over the line is beautifully represented by this title. And I could not think of any other title that so well illustrated what was happening in the gameplay, both thematically and mechanically. So whenever you are thinking about your game title, try and see if you can find something that captures both. And with that is my list of 5 things that you can incorporate into your game to enhance the theme. I hope that you find that helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Hello everyone, happy holidays. I'm Amanda Panda, and on this episode, I'm going to be talking about 5 great games that have a winter board or holiday theme to it that I think you might enjoy. So let's check those out. The first one is Cat Sudoku from Sunrise Tornado. This is a really fun twist to the Sudoku format. You're going to be rolling dice based on those pip values. Those are the numbers that you can write onto your board. The active player gets to choose one of those pip values to be wild. Now, when you're checking for duplicates, you're checking horizontally, vertically, and diagonally. There are 4 boards in this game representing all 4 seasons, with winter being the hardest board. Next up is Super Skilled Pinball Holiday Special from WizKids. This really does feel like a pinball machine in a roll and write. You're going to be rolling dice, and basing on those dice numbers, you're going to move your ball, bing, 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 across different bumpers. It is quite fun. There is 3 different boards to it. The base board is the elf version, and then the other 2 boards have a slight twist that change up the game a little bit. So please check this one out. For the people that like a little chaos in their life, we have Merry Madness from The Off. This is a real-time chaotic roll and gifting game where you're going to try to help Santa give away all the gifts before midnight. What you're going to do is you're going to roll dice that are going to tell you how many, what item, and where you're going to give it to. The first person to get rid of all their gifts wins. Now we have a really cute game. It is Creature Comforts from Kids Table Board Gaming. You're creatures from the forest gathering supplies, making items like board games and sweaters and soups so that you can have the most comfortable winter that you can. This is a really fun game, easy to pick up and understand. You're placing out your meeples, rolling dice to see what you can do, and the person who gets the most hearts or comfort level wins. So do check this one out. Lastly, we have this gorgeous game. It is Keystone North America from Rose Gauntlet Games. Really, really beautiful game. Check out these animals. There is winter represented here. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be drafting cards from the board that represents different animals and in their ecosystems. Then you're going to be playing them onto your board in a puzzly format. You're trying to put animals next to other animals that share the same ecosystem to get acorns. You're going to try to make sure that the numbers on the cards are in a certain format to get the most number of points. It is quite a lot of fun if you like drafting puzzle games. Please check this one out. And lastly, I have 2 honorable mentions. These are games that have the same theme, but I have never played before, so I am looking forward to trying this out. It is Holly Jolly from 25th Century Game, a card game with a Christmas theme to it, and Yar Yar Penguin, a dexterity game that I got from my Kickstarter. So I'm looking forward to trying these out with family and friends over the holidays. If I have left any games out, please put them in the comments below and let me know what games I should check out with a holiday or winter theme. Happy holidays, everyone.
Well, that's our show.
That's it.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yes.
I know we did.
And I'm so glad to see, Brazil in the mix now.
Yes.
And then also our veterans, our veteran, contributors, which is Aaron, Fertessa, and Amanda Panda. They've been with us, they've been with us, and I'm so glad that they're going to keep it going because they always drop the mic.
Yes, they do.
They always drop the mic.
They do.
Amanda Panda with all those different games, and I definitely, what is that? Keystone North America, we have that. Definitely want to try that out. We got to get to the table so we can play it because I've heard great things about that. And super skill pinball. I want to try that. I definitely want to try that. I want to try all of them, even the holiday edition. But I definitely want to try.
What about
all
the
of them.
cat Sudoku?
I don't know, but we might have to do that. We might have to do that. But it's good to hear Fertessa still dropping, that wisdom about building games. That's a really good about themes.
Yeah.
Themes are important.
They are.
They are important. So I'm glad, she's come with that. And Aaron with his games.
Yes.
I tell you. Aaron be coming with those games, I tell you, all the time.
Yes, he does. And once again, we just want to say thank you to Fernanda for contributing this month.
Yes.
We just loved having her on the show and learning more about what she does in Brazil.
I want to see her some more.
We do.
You want to see her some more? This won't be the last time. But, I definitely want to say thank you to all the contributors, and all the sponsors. We've had a great year. Looking forward to another great year in 2023. So we're just going to keep rolling.
Yeah, we've had some great sponsors. We're ending up the year with 3 awesome sponsors, Board&Dice, Floodgate Games, and Flatout Games. But over the course of the year, we've had so many awesome sponsors who came on board. They saw the vision and they wanted to help us create this program and sustain this program. And we appreciate that. And we're hoping we'll get some of those sponsors back next year as well.
We hope they'll be right on back with us to keep on marching with us. Definitely want to bring out these, underutilized and marginalized voices out there. We need to bring them out more. And we got more out there that we're going to bring to you. We got more. Definitely. Now, Starla, what about our merch?
Well, if you're looking for an Our Family Plays Games or OFPG Voices shirt, check us out on Spring.
Yes, do that. Now, Starla. Starla, where can they find RPG and RPG Voices out here so we can bring more people in to hear these beautiful voices? Where?
Well, if you're looking for Our Family Plays Games or OFPG Voices, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and right here on YouTube.
Right here. Now, family, definitely remember the next episode is coming out January 11th, 2023. So we'll be in the next year, the new year, talking to you. Definitely. But definitely keep coming with the questions and all the comments. We love talking to you. But family, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and definitely always remember, we love you.
Bye
now.
everybody.